This is going to drive up most of the work down to this closer arm for however hard you're here. So take your leg up, leave it there. Could you bend both elbows close to your side? And then back up. Go down close, back up. And I don't really feel like this front hand has much going on with this chain at all. It's very much this closer one. So get a big scatter. Help me scatter your hands further apart. Make this one's really far apart. One more time. Good, stay right here. Can you take your back leg, bend it, turn it out to the side. Make sure your back isn't arched. It's very easy to do that here, so I'm going to make sure to try to be flat. You're going to bend it and swing it towards your outer closer arm. Back. Swing knee towards that elbow. Knee towards elbow. 4 more. Lifting your ribs. Last 2. 1 more. Could you hold it here to finish? Bend both of your elbows wide. Back up. Bend them wide. Back up. 3 more. My knees in place. Let's just go with me. 2. 1 more. Great. Let's bring that leg down. Take a second to stop our hands in child's pose. Come back to do the other side. Scatter your left hand forward to the right. My knees start off, you can check it out. Like if you start off in the mirror, do I look in like a plank position or too close? Okay. And then from here, right leg is back. We'll take it up. We'll take it down. Take it up. Take it down. I'm working to try to stay balanced in the middle of my mat, even with the scattered arm shape. Up 2. 1 more. Leave the leg in the air. Narrow elbows. Bend them, go down. Come back up. Aim your chest to essentially come like between the diagonal of your thumbs. Going forward and down. 1 more time. Okay, let's bend that back knee. Turn it out to the side. Make sure the ribs in the back are supported. Take the knee, swing it to your outer arm. Then back where it began. Outer arm. And back. Last 2. So got things turned out to the side now. Let's let the elbows do the same. Keep your knee here. Can you bend the knee as the elbows wide to the side? Back up. Still aiming my chest for that middle stop. Last 2. 1 more. Good. Place your knee down and sit yourself back into child's pose for a sec. And we're going right down into your stomach from here. So head lay forward. Make some transitions. I'm going to start doing single leg kicks. You can bring your elbows over your shoulders and spread your fingers wide. I am looking up because I'm in an upper back extension. Lift your abdomen. Tighten your leg position if you can get them together. And I'm kicking my legs up from foot to knee. In a perfect world, maybe an inch or 2 higher. Kick one leg in. Kick, kick, go straight. Other leg. Kick, kick, go straight. And as I do this little thing, do my hip bones still have a sensation of equal balance on the mat? Probably some rocking back and forth going on. We're going to transition this up into a plank because it's really pretty close. Do 1 more set. Kick, kick, straighten. Kick, kick, straighten. Here's how it goes. You're going to tuck your toes so that they can feel the mat. Could you pick your stomach and hips up off the mat? Could you straighten one leg? Straighten the other leg here. And that's about as close as single leg kicks is to a forearm plank. Let's hold it for a handful of seconds. Straight neck, straight spine. We go down the knee, you bend the knee, bend the other knee. Lay your hips on the mat. Flip your feet over and look up. Kick, kick, straight. Kick, kick, straight. 1 more set. Kick, kick. Kick, kick. Tuck your toes under. Pick your hips up. Could you lift the leg, the other leg in your ear? And hold it. kick, kick, straight. One more set. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, maybe both legs to rise together, and hold it. Just to finish, kind of ultra fancy, could you take your left leg, step it off to the mat to the side, and then bring it up. Step your right leg out to the side, and then bring it off. One more step. Out to the side. That's all we tried to do. Bring it back. Right leg out to the side. Bring it back, good, bend your knees. Come on down and lay your chest all the way to the floor. From here, let's finish off some extension work. Pick your legs up behind you. I have my arms up in front. Pick your arms up in front of you. Take your arms to the back of you. Turn your palms in toward your thighs. Could you slide your hands lower down your leg position? Take fingers to your ankle bone. Find as much extension as you can, where you have your hands physically squeezing your thighs together. Could you open your legs a little and close them? Open, close them. And so not only do my hands have this touch, but I'm using them. Try to squeeze the leg position back together. 3 more. And 2. 1 more. Hold it. Take one arm. I don't care which. Reach it forward. Bring it back. Take the other arm. Reach it forward. And your returning hand refines the pressure. One arm forward. One arm back and cross. One arm forward. One arm back. Cross. Last one goes. One arm forward. Stays there. Other arm forward. We swim for 10 seconds. 9, 8. Swim up. 7, 6. Long, straight, high. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lay down. Take your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up. All the way. Okay. I'm going to come to the front end of my mat just to give us space. Okay. From here, I'm going to start with something that looks like a one-leg rolling situation, and then we'll stay down for a minute or two, okay? So if I could take my right knee in, leave your left leg out, okay? And hold on to your hip. How far back would you as the person have to be to pick this bent knee up and feel that I have control of my pelvis and back to lift this straight leg up and put it down. So let's let ourselves kind of explore that for a second. Press the shin up into your hands. And up 2. You're rolling your, like not my personal strength. Can you come forward on your mat? Because you have like only floor behind you. No, wait, to the front. We're going that way. Okay, so I wasn't pushing. So I'm going to take my leg up and roll back to my shoulders only. Look down at your chest. Try to stay in the shape. Roll back up. Try to stay in the shape. Roll back up. It's got its own challenges to it because that long leg is driving me down. 1 more on the side. Roll down, roll up. I failed, so I have to do another. Come back. Switch your legs. Take the other leg, go down and up. Go down. Go up. Balancing. Breathing. 2 more. Here we go. Roll just to the shoulders, stay looking downwards. Roll up. And I'm really trying not to use this straight leg to whip me back. It's hard. I really want to. Last 2. 1. Come back up. Switch legs. Switch legs. Switch legs. Switch legs. We're going to keep doing it. And go onto your back. Head, neck, and chest are out. Keep switching for 3. I'm just on my back. Yep, there you go. Just shoulders up. Bend both knees and give yourself a tight hug. Take a breath. Extend your legs forward, arms back. Circle only your arms forward, grab your thighs, pull yourself up 2 inches. Just 2 inches. Bend your back. That was like 10. Extend your legs out, arms back, circle them around the side. Think of like lift into the upper back flexion, but don't go teaser on the end. And then bend your knees. You're always so eager to get to the teaser, reaching out. 2 more times, reach the arms around, pull yourself up. And then grab the back end, but it's definitely a prop. Legs go out, arms circle. Last time, we pull yourself up. And then lower yourself down and get yourself up. Okay. You kind of roll over practice, and then we'll teach your set. Let's take your legs up into the air. Arms down for sure. Lower them a little bit. That's your beginning. Inhale. Let your legs come back. On an exhale, they go up and over. Spine rounds into rollover. Maybe feet to the floor. Separate your legs shoulder width. Flex your feet. Roll down slow through your back. All the way back to pelvis neutral. Keep the legs open. Let them go down low. Bring them back together. Point it. Up and over the hand. Exhale. Maybe feet to the mat. Open. Flex. Roll down. Let's just do 2 and 2. Legs go down. Keep them open. Go up with them open. Close them together overhead and point. Roll down through your spine. Lower them low, close, excuse me. Open them at the bottom, flex. Go up and over last time. Close them together, point. Possibly on your last. Lift yourself up more to jackknife. Legs higher, in other words. Lower down with that intention. How far can my legs be for as long? Bend your knees and give yourself a hug. Okay, so here we go. And since we did that double leg stretch teaser prop, we'll do it similar the same way. So if you can lift your head and chest up, you just hugged your knees a couple minutes ago, same exact thing. But instead I'm going to reach forward with my arms. Legs go out, arms go out. Take a breath, extend all things. Take your hands to your thighs, fingers underneath. Could you pull yourself up and pull yourself up? And then at the top, let go. Teaser down. Wait until upper back is returned to bend your knees and hug. Take a breath. Extend the legs and exhale. Grab your fingers. Think of pulling up on the legs to pull up the body. Arms go up above the feet. Teaser down. And rebound. Last one. Inhale. Extend out on the exhale. Grab the legs up with the body. Hold it. Let your arms go free. Just pick them up higher and down. Up, higher, and down. It's last 2. Up, higher, and down to finish with a float. Could you boomerang your arms behind your body? Grab your fingers at your mid-back. Pull out your arms and still be up. Look down at your thighs rounded. Float your legs slowly to the mat. And let go to stretch. Great. Okay, we're going to go on to our sides, please. So if you can I have a time check on? 9:21. Okay. Broken the clock. Laying down onto your right side. Legs angled to the front corner of the mat. We'll start with your head and your elbow, like kind of lift it onto your elbow. Option always, if you can put your other hand behind your head and lift some rib space up off of the mat. You do not have to. You could also just put your hand down. All right, here we go. So from here, let's take your top leg, point it at the ankle, and just pick it up. And what we'll do, regardless of what shape you picked here, is just like a multitude of actions for your leg to do. I'm gonna get back into my rib lift. Take your leg up. This was like our little warm-up abductions. As your leg comes down to hip height, could you kick it forward once? Bring it back and lift it up once, like an L. Down and forward, back and up. Down, forward, back and up. 3 more. Down, forward, back, and up. 1 more. Back, and up. Now, I want you to kind of flip your L upside down. So I'm going to kick my leg back and try to touch the floor. Pick it up and bring it to the center. Go back, down, up, center. Back, down, up, center. 4 more. Now, I've chosen to do this whole thing with like my armpit and rib lifted. Just a lot more challenging on your stability. 1 more time. Back, down, up, center. Can you take your leg and bend your knee into your chest and kick it long? Into your chest and kick it long. 4 more of these. Last 2. 1 more. To finish, could you turn it into an external rotation? It's small, your hip's going to drop back. Bend your knee in and out. So it's going kind of towards my high elbow if you have your hand up here. In and out. 4 more times. 3 and 2. Last 1. Bring your legs together and down. If you're lifted like me, I'm lowering myself to the mat. Take your legs back to the center, and you're going to lay your head on your straight arm. So that's the good news for now. And you take your legs and lift them any inches up off of the floor and lower them down. Lift them up and back down. Now as we advance kind of what we have going on here, I'm going to attempt to do this without my arms at all. So I'll take my legs up, take my top hand, and I'm going to reach it back past my head and then flip my bottom hand over. So if all I do is lift this bottom hand up off of the mat without even lifting up my arm entirely, it's already hard. Could you take your legs and open them about 6 inches apart and back together? So we're essentially a heel beat, as we call it, but it's really like a hip bone balance. Open, shut your own legs. It's pretty obvious what you can take away and make this a little easier, and just put your bottom hand down. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Open, close, keep on going, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just to get acclimated, could you turn your bottom hand back onto the mat or floor, whatever you're touching? Separate your legs far apart. Far apart. Front to back. Front to back. 3 more times. And 2. And 1, and bring my legs to the center. I'm going to push off of this bottom hand to pick my head up a little bit away from my arm, and then to finish, switch again, switch again, switch again. Smaller, but a little bit faster. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs together, head down, and relax. All right, push yourself all the way up, and roll over onto your other side. All right, onto the middle of the mat, from like head to tail, but then the legs to the front edge, small like V pipe shape. Bottom elbow is underneath you. Top hand you can do whatever you want with, either in front of your chest or behind your head as well. So kind of pick your own advancements. And from here, I'm just going to lift my rib up a little bit, create some space. Top leg starts to come up and down. Head fully back into your hand anyway. Any old way you want. Up, down. Bottom leg has a lot of stability into that mat. Press and press. So we'll start this little L business. Go up, come down, just to hip level, go forward once. Come back, go up once. Go forward once. Come up. I'm trying to do a little bit of breathing for you. Exhale. And out. The rule of work is hard, but it's usually kind of hard throughout. And up. One more time like this. Forward. And up. Let's take the leg backwards. And in this case, go down. And that's not very far. And forward over the leg. Go back, go down, up, center. So I'm looking to feel that extension through my hip. Go back, go down, up to the center, back, down, up, center, last two. It's smaller, it's still playing hard in some ways. Down, up, last two ranges. Take your leg over your leg, bend your knee into your chest, kick it long. Bend in, kick it out. In and out. In and out. Last two. Here's my finish. Turn your knee up. Just a little. Kick out. Go in. Go out. Last four. Two more. All right, leg goes down. So you, if you're lifted like myself. So I'm going to take my legs in the middle so it matches the rest of my body. Lay your head on your arm. And we'll do some balance work on this hip. Hand in front of the chest for now. Pick your legs up off the mat, any amount together. Back down. Close your ribs in. Remember that we're still stabilizing like you're in a plank. Lifting from below your hip. Up, down. 3 more. Legs can come on up. Let's challenge this balance. Can you take your top arm, reach it past your head to match the bottom one? If you can, flip your bottom hand over and leave it hovering off of the floor. Let's try to open and shut your legs. And it just feels ridiculously sloppy, but it's something I'm trying to control falling back and forth on. Just open, shut, open, shut, open, shut. Think from the inner thigh level. Last 3 seconds, and 2, and 1, and then pause on that beating. If you can turn your bottom hand down, and go for a scissor. Point at your ankles. Bigger switch than we wind up ending with. Big in both directions. Just find that continued breathing. Last 2 here. Just to add another shape, bring your legs back together. Can you lift your head off of your bottom arm, floating the upper body a little into a lateral bend, and then scissor again. Scissor, 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 switch, switch, smaller, faster, switch, 3 more, 2, 1, together and down. Nice job. Roll yourself right onto your stomach line for me. Let's bend your knees and press yourself all the way up. All right, come on up into a downward dog. I'm just gonna have you press your feet into the mat. Bring your arms as far out as you can. Heels down firmly into the floor and look back at the knees. Hold that position for a moment. Can you bend one knee and lift that heel? And then just switch. Just bounce off the feet here for a moment. Let your toes get a stretch. Lift one heel, bend your knee. Lift the other heel and bend. And switch back and forth. You're just getting a little bit of free feeling mobility through one leg. Maybe let your hips shift out to the side. And just like go with that feeling. One way and the other. Just a couple more each direction. Alternate. Press both heels down. Hand walk yourself into your feet, one at a time. We're all going to bend our knees so that our chests can sit down on your knees themselves. And then just hold your elbow with your opposite hand. Do this thing to stretch out your low back, just to end our class. You can bring your elbows up against the front of your shins and just connect upper body to lower body. Take a breath in here. Slide your arms up your legs without letting them come off at all. And we're going to go about an inch a second. Like it's that slow. Straighten your legs as soon as possible. Are your elbows still touching your knees? Slide your elbows above your knees. Still try to touch them. So there's this spot between your knees and your hips where it's ultra difficult
to continue to touch. And that's where I'm focusing on. Continuing to curve into myself. Touch elbows to hip bones. Take your final big inhale in with me. And take your arms up to the ceiling with an exhale. Thank you, guys.